What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on Dragon City. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Now, I did not expect this. You see, I didn't expect is that they'll release the heroic race right after the previous event. I mean, sometimes they do that, sometimes they don't, but it is now available, which is great. And we have some stuff sitting along here, and what I'm gonna do is let's just grow some things, and we're gonna do this. We can't fast it forward. All right, so I should have grew it earlier. But anyways, we have the new heroic dragon. This is the high realm dragon. Really, really cool looking dragon. Looks like a Super Saiyan. I mean, this time it looks much more like one because it's an ape. It looks like an ape. I could be completely wrong, but let me know what you think it looks like in the comment section below. And be sure to hit the like button while you're doing that as well. All right, so let's go on in here. Let's start this thing. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm looking at this. Oh, I wanted to talk a bit about about the seller that was selling gems, to me. You see how I was, some people were asking me about it. And essentially, I didn't want to take responsibility on what happened with the person, right? So what happened was that I went to go buy more gems. There's the common thing. If it's on a discount, you'd buy more. So what happened was I sent the guy money. And he's like, don't worry, man. Don't worry, William. I got this. And then, what do you call it? I don't know what he did. He's like, oh, I can't get you the gems anymore. And then after, he's like, don't worry. I'll refund you. And then he took, how I sent it was I can't get a refund. So it has to be initiated by the person, which is unfortunate because what happened then was that essentially he took, 25% out of what I sent him. Is like, and he called it fee, processing fee. I'm like, dude, I didn't get anything. What do you mean processing fee, man? So, that is why I don't there is a risk to talking with these people or buying from these people. So if you are, and you can find these people in Facebook groups and stuff like that, right? So, there is a risk, and sometimes when you're buying it, it might not come through. So, for me, I lost 25% of whatever, how much I was buying, which is unfortunate. But hey, I can't do anything about it because what am I supposed to do, right? But anyways, so I'm not buying it from him again. I'm like, next time if something like, if he's asking me, hey, you want to buy? I'm just going to be like, I lost 25% of my purchase last time. You want me to buy from you again? Are you crazy, man? Like, seriously, if you go to a store and you buy something, and they don't give you the thing, but they still take you 25%, right? They still take 25% from you. And they're like, well, we couldn't find the item, but we still looked for it. So, it's going to cost 25% of whatever you paid me. And then that's where it's like, I'm kind of upset. But anyways, so, I'm going to try to get through this stage. Hopefully we'll do good. Get by breeding dragons, collecting gold. That's why I left some gold here, which is great. We got some of that. And there is a new not heroic, but new special dragon for offer. Get it from battles. Get it from hatching hybrid eggs. Alright, so let's hatch some eggs. Alright, never mind. I don't even know what happened to our egg. Well, that's gonna take a while. Let's fight this guy. And I feel sorry for whoever is gonna be, everyone that is facing me right now should just, I'm gonna try to win this. Everyone facing me should just kind of, back off a bit because I gotta win this. Come on, let me win. Alright, so that's gonna take 2 gems, the battle, but they only cost 1 here. It doesn't make sense at all, right? Let's fast that forward. Everyone here should just just let me go. Let's collect the gold. Dun, 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 dun. You can get this thing too. Collecting food. No, that's much faster. Winning Battle League. Alright, so let's collect some of these things. 8. Do we have a total of 8? No, we have 7. Alright, let's get those things out of the way. The Battle League. Whoops. Alright, let's go battle someone. Alright, let's take this one out. Dun, 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 dun. You know, I shouldn't use a legacy dragon. Or, you know, they used to call this a legendary dragon. Why did they change it? If you know, let me know. Because I like the old name. The old name's kind of better. Oh, we're missing a dragon too. Oh, that's horrible. Alright, let's close this. So we have to win both, but it only costs 1. So I don't want to waste time with that. Collect food. Get it by feeding your dragons. Get it by breeding dragons. Alright, let's feed some dragons. You know who I want to feed? I want to get some of the heroic dragons up there. The unicorn dragon. That's what I'm calling it. I like that dragon. Of course, this guy. Big fan. Big fan of Hercules there. Collecting food, breeding dragons. Do this, and let's fast it forward. Alright, that cost 4. Collecting food. Our food collection, let's do this, 4 million. That's gonna cost 5. So there's no point in doing that. Let's just speed it up like that. Feed your dragons. Get it by hatching in Battle League again. Alright, let's feed some more dragons. Dun 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 dun. So that's 6. Get it by hatching hybrids. Yeah, look at this dragon. He looks really, really cool. Hatching hybrid eggs. The thing is, oh, I have an egg hatching right there. That's 1 hour should be 1 gem. That's what I think, but hey, they're not doing that. 1 hour is not 1 gem there. Let's try to put some dragons down. The blue fire. Okay, let's put this guy. Yeah, we got the tiger dragon. There's the wrecking dragon. There's the lady Justin Bieber. Is that all the dragons? Oh yeah, there's the Rihanna dragon, but she's not here. Alright, let's put some other dragons down then. The brave sword dragon. So it costs 5. You know, those numbers are still workable. Let's fight the ninja dragon. The High Comet Dragon. Dun, 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 dun. The battle of a lifetime. Ready yourselves. Now there's a dragonfly dragon. There's the Celtic, Celtic, whatever, however you say it, dragon. Feed your dragons. All right, let's feed our dragons. Again, I'm trying to focus on some dragons that I'm going to be feeding sooner or later. Because I noticed I've just been feeding, like, low-level dragons. I like the Hercules dragon. Hercules dragon is the only dragon out of all the dragons, except for the heroic dragon, that shines. Look at him. Look, he has an aura. A shiny aura. It looks like a shiny Pokemon. No, we're moving ahead, so we could just we could just tell the other guys give them a heads up. You know, we're all right. So get it by collecting food. How's our food station? It's gonna cost 5 again. Get it by collecting gold. 6, 7. Dun, 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 dun. The Battle League. And collecting food. Total 12. Alright, let's collect gold again. These are easy ones. I want to get the easy ones out of the way. Because, you know, sooner or later, they're going to be the harder ones. Feeding your dragons. Now, that one's the hard one. Three. Get it by breeding dragons. By breeding dragons. What are we gonna breed? Dun, 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 dun. Is it gonna 6 gems, 8 gems, 4 gems, and 2 gems? All right, that makes more sense. So you just go near the, you know, the ones that cost less. Dun, 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 dun. Get it by hatching hybrid dragons. Oh, hey, what's up, Spidey? Alright, let's close it. Can we close that? Close! Close! Thank you. I don't know how to close that thing, if you're wondering. Aurora Borealis. Alright, going back here. Now I'm really thinking. That's gonna cost 1. Alright, let's fight again. Alright, that's gonna cost 1. And it's gonna cost 1 there, too. Get it by hatching hybrid dragon eggs. Let's try to fast forward the egg time. Actually, I should... I don't know, should we fight him again? Alright, I'm just gonna do that then. Get it by breeding and battles. So there's the Armadillo Dragon, and there's a Poseidon Dragon. Alright, you notice it's so much more expensive now. Now, I'm thinking, gee, it's time to use this wheel, spinning wheel thing. I'm still thinking, where are the numbers coming from? 45 gems. Because this, it looks like it's only costing 1. Alright, let's do this. Thou shalt not fail now, the greatest dragon. Man, this guy looks like... He looks like a zombie. I never noticed that, even though I did a video on him. Okay, that's gonna cost 2. Get it by breeding dragons. Okay, let's finish the breeding. We fast one of them forward. Alright, we got one there. Let's breed again. Collecting food and battling. Alright, this costs 1. Now it's gonna cost 2. Oh, I get where the numbers are coming from now. Collecting food. Who's this guy? That's gonna cost 5. So once I get up to 5, it's time to do this. Actually, 20. Well, we're getting some food here too, so when we do that... Okay, it has... We're at 8. Now it only costs 3 gems. Alright, let's just do that then. Let's collect gold. Collect food. Get it by feeding your dragons. Alright, let's feed our dragons. Who shall we feed? The Hercules dragon. I really like this dragon. That's why we're feeding this dragon. Alright, now it's time to... No, it costs 9. Alright, so forget that. Right, let's collect more gold. I need to use a spinny thing on something that is important. We're out of gold soon. Wow, we are out of gold. Yep. By breeding dragon and collecting food. Alright, let's try to spin this thing now. Now is the time. Now that's... We already got 1. Can you believe that? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, that one goes 1 there. Right now, 21. Alright, let's collect everything. Collect food. Get it by breeding dragons. Alright, so I'm stuck here. I'm not stuck. I could use gems, but I'm cheap, you know. They're not free, and... What do you call it? I mean... I don't know if I can get more, so I'm gonna leave it at that. And, of course, we have a pack here, which looks great. It comes with this Super Terra Dragon. I'm not even sure what number this thing is. Alright. We don't have a Super Terra Dragon. Maybe we should get a Super Terra Dragon. Maybe, just maybe. Let me scroll along here. Maybe there's a Super Terra Dragon egg somewhere around here. I don't remember if I've gotten it on this particular account. Because we have multiple accounts. And... The Super Terra Dragon. Where are you? If we have it, I'm not going to get it. Now, there's the Double Terra Dragon. There's a lot of double stuff. But there's no Super. Super Terra Dragon. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we have no Super Terra Dragon. Let's get it then, and let's get that. All right, so there's the Super Terra Dragon. But anyways, the heroic race again now is available. Great stuff. We played through the stage. We'll be back next time in, as we continue on in the race. So anyways, next time on the heroic race, we're going to be battling for the High Realm Dragon. Elements of war, dark, light, and metal. Heroic dragons evolve to their young stage at level 10 and become an adult at level 20. This is the last dragon standing in the Dark Realm. An army of light warriors tore the place down years ago, but they could not defeat the High Realm Dragon and gave up. Alright, so that's the High Realm Dragon in Dragon City. Please be sure to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you're doing in the heroic race in the comment section below. Hopefully you're not facing off against me, obviously. I don't know. I think we're gonna try to win this. But anyways, that is the High Realm Dragon in the heroic race. We'll be back in the next video as we continue on in this struggle.